When one visits the city of Shillong, every tourist would its greeting looking for tradition and culture should visit the UNI Art Cafe in Mauro Maulai. The cafe is not just another cafe that serves coffee and muffins to its guests. Our APN correspondent Wabangla Pongana in an exclusive tour of UNI Art Cafe.
Located away from the busy streets of the city, its serene environment blows away the tensions and headache. It was started by a man who at 21 dropped out of college to follow his dreams. Wangpai Nongrum left home in 1992 and lived as a rag picker, a gypsy, with street children surviving on rupees 15 a day, collecting bottles and tin cans. He began to understand their culture, their behavior, their way of life and exploring the lifestyle of unconventional people. In an era that impresses upon young minds that education is the key to success, Wang Pai decided to create his education to follow a path that most people would choose not to follow. When he narrates the story about how he lived with 4 others in a small 10 square feet flat where they rolled up their mattresses to cook in a small kerosene stove and walk almost 3 kilometers to use the toilet, it is heartbreaking. Having traveled all over the country experiencing life that is not for the faint-hearted for more than 20 years, he returned in 2014.
I was not in Shillong for the last 23 years, from 1992. I left Shillong and I came back to Shillong in 2014. So I've been working for children. Understanding children's emotions. So when tsunami happened in 2004, I got a call that I have to respond to the children who are affected by tsunami in the Andaman Nicobar Islands. So I use all my art as a medium of healing, because bring children out from the trauma.
When he had come to Shillong, he realized something was missing with the youth, especially in the city. The advent of technology had taken over the lives of the youth, and he felt like they needed to be in touch with the ways of ancient wisdom and knowledge. With no money and resources, he shared the idea with few of his friends and initially started a cafe at his home with few mugs and a kettle.
I means you and I sitting on over a table or over a cup of tea on a table and sharing stories. I listen to your story and you listen to my stories, and then the UNI Arts Cafe is about a learning space for the youth to be inspired and motivated. So now,
as the saying goes, where there is a will, there is a way, and Wang Pai Nongrum, with sheer determination, started the cafe in 2016. He is the creative director and founder of Path Through Creations, a non-profit NGO that runs the cafe. Since the cafe in the cities and the country shares the same tone, he wanted to create a space that is very different, a cafe which was non-profit that would run on sustainability model. He decided to introduce a traditional board games, which is mostly forgotten. When he saw youngsters connecting with the games he introduced in the cafe, he was inspired because he felt that they were connected to the roots. He also came up with the idea of serving varieties of teas, and today they serve more than 142 teas along with 2 traditional teas, namely Elephant's Apple and the Shokrat, which is exclusively available only in this cafe. Youth who visits the cafe said that it was a journey of self-experience which had not only been a fable when they were growing up. They find the cafe a space where they can express themselves, share their stories, problems and issues they are challenged with everyday life in their lives. Besides, the cafe organizes documentary screening, card reading for self-reflection, food festivals, learning tools for development, journaling, dream catchers making, game and exercise and outreach programs with school, colleges and NGOs in the state and other states of the Northeast India. This is a first of its kind in the Northeast region, and based on the model, Mizoram has also opened up a similar cafe in Aizawl, while NGOs and like-minded people from other states are also looking to open the sustainable cafes. If you ever are in Shillong, please include the cafe in your itinerary, as it is simply just a wonderful experience away from the madding crowd. with Wapangla Ponganer, APN, Shillong.